Alright, what's going on, guys? So, this video is basically just going to be like my outlook as a Celtics fan. What's gone on the last week or so, give or take. We lost Gordon Hayward, which sucks. And when I first heard about how they were trying to do the stuff with Indiana, sign and trade, Miles Turner, whatever, I actually left a comment on a YouTube video, and I was like, dude, like, Danny Ainge just needs to pull the trigger on this. Like, don't wait. A team with all this cap is just gonna throw a bag at him, and we're gonna lose him. And sure enough, that's exactly what happened. Charlotte, Michael Jordan, they said, you know what? Watch this. They threw a bag at Gordon Hayward. And I mean, you can't really blame the guy for taking the money he just took. Like he took, I think it was, what was it, 4 years, $120 million. Like, of course he's gonna take that. He's Gordon Hayward. Like he's 30 years old, however old he is. Like he's not gonna get paid like that again. So I mean, if I was in the same situation, I probably would have taken it. Um, so you can't really hate on a guy like that. But Danny Ainge really should have pulled the trigger. You don't really know, like, if maybe Danny Ainge had pulled the trigger, maybe we could have gotten in before Charlotte had made the offer. Maybe Charlotte had the offer the whole way, and they offered it to Michael Jordan, or offered it to Michael Jordan, to Gordon Hayward. I don't really know the backstory, but it'd be interesting to find out. If Danny Ainge really did have the opportunity to pull that trigger and he didn't, and then that happened, that kind of sucks. But it is what it is. And then Celtics also, they got rid of Brad Wanamaker. Didn't extend his offer. He signed with the Warriors. That's kind of, I don't know. I have mixed emotions about Brad Wanamaker. A lot of people hated on him. I kind of liked him. I thought he's a solid defender. He always pushed the tempo, always drove hard, you know. He always gave his full effort. Wasn't the best playmaker at the point guard spot, and that did definitely hold him back. But other than that, it's all right to see Brad walk. And then Cantor got traded. Cantor just didn't really align with the Celtics like identity. You know, the Celtics are like a defensive team, and Cantor is anything but defensive. Obviously, he's a great rebounder. He's a great post presence. He's a great offensive rebounder specifically, and able to put the ball back up and in. But it just didn't work out. I think the way he had envisioned it to sign with the Celtics. So they shipped him out to Portland, where he's gonna have a great time. He loved Portland before he came to Boston. So I'm happy for Cantor. He's in a good spot. And I'm even happy for Wanamaker. He went to Golden State. He's going to hopefully get some time out there. Um, but yeah, to see Cantor go, that kind of sucks too, but I get it. And same thing with Wanamaker, same thing with Hayward. I understand it all. And the Celtics draft, I think they actually had a decent draft. I really wanted them to get the big man Onyeka Okongwu as a sixth pick. I wanted them to do the sign and trade with Hayward and the Hawks. It just didn't work out at the end of the day. The Hawks ended up taking Okongwu. Celtics didn't. He reminds me a lot of like a Bam prototype. So I really wanted him on the Celtics. We didn't end up getting him. We kept our pick and we chose Aaron Nesmith with the 14th pick, and he's out of Vandy, 21 years old, shot 52% from three, 6'6" height, 6'10" wingspan. He seems like a really solid piece around the build that is the Celtics, if that makes sense. He seems like a good guy that's going to come off the bench, can contribute immediately because of his experience in college, who can really, I think he can become a pretty pivotal player for the Celtics team. And then with the 26th pick, we chose Peyton Pritchard, who's a point guard out of Oregon. And he's a 6'2" guard. He can play make. He can create his own shot. He's honestly pretty flashy, so I'm pretty excited to see him play. He averaged like 20 and 5 on over 40% shooting from three. So the Celtics basically understood that they needed bench scoring and depth, and they went out and got two young guys who were going to provide just that if given the opportunity. Um, but now today, I worked an 8-hour day. I go home or go to my girlfriend's house. We're taking a nap. I wake up after like 2 hours or whatever, and I see the Celtics sign Jeff Teague. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Like, Jeff Teague, like, he's solid. Like, that's a good backup point guard. Like, that's what we needed. That's cool. Like, that's something we need. And then I'm scrolling a little bit, and then actually before they signed Jeff Teague, they signed Tristan Thompson. And I was like, holy shit. Like, I actually had visions of the Celtics having Thompson back in 2018 when LeBron left to go to the Lakers. And now that we actually have him, it's kind of crazy because Tristan Thompson is going to be really important on the Celtics squad. He's going to provide everything that the other players aren't. He's going to be an offensive rebounder, a defensive rebounder. He's going to be a post defensive presence. Obviously, he's not going to provide like ultimate rim protection or anything like that. But I think Tristan Thompson is going to fit perfectly into what the Celtics do. I think he's going to complement guys like Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Kemba Walker's perfectly. Um, and then same thing with Jeff Teague. I think Jeff Teague is going to provide a presence off the bench where he's going to be coming off the bench with guys like Grant Williams, Robert Williams, Langford, Nesmith, Smart. You know, these younger guys. I mean, Smart will probably end up starting, I would assume. But he's Jeff Teague's going to be coming off the bench with these younger guys. He's going to be able to provide a veteran presence with playmaking at point guard. I think it's going to work out quite well, both these signings. And it's very positive. It gives me very positive vibes knowing that we lost Gordon Hayward and something still positive came out of today. Because I really thought we were just fucked. I thought we weren't going to sign anyone. I don't know. And then also in other news, I also heard they might be able to get a sign-in trade with Charlotte where we get like a $20 million exception. Trade exception in the future. That'd be pretty sick because you never know with those. Might use it down the road. Who knows? But that's pretty significant actually. A $20 million trade exception. That's pretty significant. But yeah, dude. I mean, positive vibes from today. It sucks that we lost Gordon Hayward, but this squad next year we're going to be down Gordon Hayward, and I think everywhere else we got better. I mean, we're going to have Tristan Thompson who's going to provide better defense, better rebounding, better offensive rebounding. We're going to have a solid backup point guard. I'm not saying Brad Wanamaker wasn't. However, I think Jeff Teague is going to complement the bench guys and the starters much better than Brad Wanamaker did. Also, the internal improvement that you're going to see with guys like Grant Williams, Robert Williams, Romeo Langford, a lot of these guys that maybe aren't Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, but they're going to get a lot better, and I think we're going to continue to see them get better. And then obviously Tatum's going to get better. Obviously Jaylen Brown's going to be better. Kemba's going to be Kemba. That type of deal. Smart's going to be better. It's crazy because a couple days ago, if you would ask me after the draft and after we might lose Hayward, I kind of saw, and after everyone else is making moves, I was definitely getting nervous. And I was looking trying to be as non-biased as possible, if that makes sense. But I was kind of worried. And now that we've signed Thompson, now that we got Jeff Teague, I feel like those are two very complementary pieces they're going to help us tremendously. And obviously Thompson already has a ring. He's going to bring he's won a ring. I don't think anyone else in the Celtics has won a ring, right? Let's think real quick. I don't think so. But unless I'm being an idiot and forgetting someone. I'm pretty sure no one on the Celtics has won a ring. So Thompson's going to bring a little bit of a championship pedigree maybe. Played with LeBron for a few years. Thompson played amazing in the finals. Like, this guy, I remember watching that 2016 finals, like when I hated the Warriors, and I was like, holy Jesus, this guy is playing insane. I'll never forget, he like made this crazy turnaround jumper as the shot clock expired, and I like shit in my pants. I was like, wow, dude, this is like, what am I watching? But yeah, dude, I'm pretty hype about what went down today. At the end of the day, dude, you gotta try to stay positive, understand that the Celtics. Just look at the Celtics roster, dude. Look at how young they are, bro. They're just so young, and they just keep on adding young talent. And at the end of the day, if this shit doesn't work out with Kemba, and we don't, make the finals, win a championship with Kemba and whatever, and Kemba ends up, leaving, or we trade him, whatever, we're going to have Jason Tatum lined up. We're still going to have Jaylen Brown lined up. We're going to have Aaron Nesmith lined up, who I have a lot of confidence in. Guys like Langford are going to continue to get better. Grant Williams, Robert Williams. Like, we have a very bright future, and we're very good right now. So the Celtics are still in a great spot. Um, Other than that, though, I'm just hyped to get the season started. I am very positive right now. Try to keep up the good vibes, guys, and I'll try to start posting more. We'll see.